Hundreds of protesters bundled up outside the Wisconsin Capitol today. They're speaking out against the proposed right-to-work legislation. The bill would mean private sector workers could not be required to join a union or pay dues as a condition of their employment. Roughly 2,000 people went to Madison for the first day of hearings on the bill, including the president of the La Crosse Educators Association.
We must realize that this battle will not be won quickly or easily, but we will fight today and we will fight tomorrow.
Inside the building, experts and the public testified for both sides of right to work. The full Senate is expected to debate the measure tomorrow. Despite these intense protests against right to work, the bill is largely expected to pass in the Republican-controlled legislature. And Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker says that he will sign the bill into law once it reaches his desk. News 8's Keely Arthur joins us now with a look at how the law could change the state.
Wisconsin would become the 25th state in the U.S. to have a right-to-work law. In the past decade, employment in right-to-work states has increased while it has declined in union states. However, economists are quick to point out that every state is different and it might not have the same effect in Wisconsin.
Right now in Wisconsin, employees of private companies that are unionized must pay union fees, whether or not they are a member themselves. However, that could change with the passage of right to work.
Well, a right to work law basically allows an employee, to work for an employer without joining the union or without paying union dues.
Those in favor of the bill say it will give workers more freedom over joining unions and increase employment.
You see strong economies, comebacks in both Michigan and Indiana that have gone through this process just a few short years ago. So this isn't just in theory and practice. Those areas see unemployment going down. They see positive results there.
Those against the bill say weaker unions could mean weaker wages.
Basically means that unions just don't have the power and the bargaining ability they once had.
John Nunley, an associate economics professor at UWL, says the bill may increase employment and will likely lower wages. But it's hard to tell if that will make the economy better.
So if the gains in employment outweigh the wage cost, then it's a good thing. If the gains in employment don't outweigh the wage reductions, then it's a bad thing.
He says lower wages would have a negative ripple effect.
So if workers take home less pay, that means less money they're spending at the store, the grocery store, the clothing store, whatever.
To offset that negative impact, an increase in employment would have to be extreme.
Does the unemployment rate fall to zero? Probably not, but that might, you might generate more economic activity if it had that large of an effect on employment.
One thing is for certain, unionization rates in right-to-work states are less than half of what they are in states with some collective bargaining. Union memberships have declined significantly in recent years, and only about 9% of the workforce nationwide is unionized.
Thank you, Keely. The majority of right-to-work states are in the South. Both Illinois and Minnesota remain union states.